I'm nervous. Excited. Wanted to ask you if we could explore the idea of pivoting a little bit more.
Well, the idea of pivoting is when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And pivoting really is only, we started to say effective, but we would say it even in a stronger way, possible in early stages. Because when you really know what you don't want, even though you really know what you do want, if you've really got a lot of momentum going, you can't find the thought on the other end of that. Because law of attraction is bringing you the things that are like where you are. And so the idea of pivoting is very simple. When you know what you don't want, what is it that you do want? But you got to catch it early.
So the catching it part.
Let us give you another little piece of this, and then we want to hear from you fully. It's like in the explanation that we were giving our friend earlier who was wanting to counsel his friend into a better life, into feeling better, into a better point of attraction. And she was way out on the bleeding edge, so to speak. She was having about every conceivable thing that could go wrong in her life was. And did you notice how in our explanation that the path to what she is wanting leads right through relaxing and coming into alignment? In other words, you can't make an end run around that. So all improvements come from soothing yourself back into alignment. It's like alignment is what you're reaching for. And so there have been many processes that we have offered because we were wanting to help you release resistance. And beating the drum of unwanted is increasing resistance, and beating the drum of wanted is decreasing resistance and increasing allowance or resonance with source. So that's the whole point of that.
So in the old days, I would memorize a thing that you said about I don't know all the answers. I don't know all the steps. I don't know all the doors that will open for me. But I know as I move through time and space, the path will become obvious and I'll be able to figure out as I go along. And I could feel my inner source when I'd say, I don't know all the steps, and I could see them going, we do. And use that to kind of help me shift the feelings around a situation. And just recently, I was thinking about it again and asking for something a little bit shorter than that. And what I got was, when I realize that something's happening that's not comfortable or not what I'm wanting, I just got this very clear statement: I am vibration. And what I find is easy to get caught up in the what is. I mean, that's what we do all the time. And to just be able to...
We think that maybe the most effective way of pivoting is one of the earlier processes that we offered many years ago, which simply said, I know what I don't want, what is it that I do want, and then try to focus more upon what you do want. But today, in light of this vibrational point of attraction that we've been talking about, we would like to address pivoting in a more powerful way by saying, let's say that you are standing in a physical body that is many more physical pounds than you want it to be. Now, you're not going to pivot into perfect body weight today, not without losing important things. But you can pivot into an emotion that feels good. In other words, let's say you are $100,000 in debt and you want to have $100,000 in the bank. You're not going to pivot from that much debt to that much asset today. But you could pivot from worry to calm today. You could pivot from frustration to ease today. You could do it in 5 or 10 minutes. You can, and so let's put new words in combination. Let's do vibrational pivoting. Let's understand what the power of pivoting always was. It's changing the direction of thought in order to change direction of vibration, in order to change point of attraction. And we think that if we could convince you of the power of that, in other words, so you pivot and you feel a little better. Nothing's really changed. There's not money in the bank, or you're not at your perfect ideal weight. And so your logical mind may want to say, so I've accomplished nothing. That isn't true at all. You've accomplished a great deal, because the likelihood of the next pivot being easier is much greater now. And the next, and the next, and the next, until you will eventually own your vibrational stance. And then the realization in every way must come to you, in every way. It's not possible. It defies law for it to be otherwise. If you sustain a vibration, the manifestations must support the vibration you are sustaining. And in fact, the manifestations of your world are supporting the vibration that you are sustaining. So pivoting is just a tool to shift your vibration just a little bit now, just a little bit now, just a little bit now.
I've been, I obviously I need to practice more, but I've been practicing enough to see some results from that.
Well, the results come immediately. The first manifestation that comes is you feel better. That's a big time manifestation. We think that's a big time manifestation. Ease instead of stress, that's a huge manifestation, and you can accomplish it immediately. Yeah, really good.